Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, an inside look at the grown-ups show right here on campus.
And SUNY Oswego has picked the keynote speaker for the 2025 commencement ceremony. Who is it and why were they chosen?
But first, SUNY Oswego's president has been busy. Find out what he's been up to.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Sawad Hamoud.
And I'm Aurora Fitzgerald.
SUNY Oswego's President Peter Nwosu is being named one of 5 educational leaders of the American Association of State Colleges and Universities Board of Directors. Nwosu was elected during the organization's annual conference for presidents and chancellors in Nashville yesterday. The board provides essential oversight to ensure AASCU continues to promote access, student access, and inclusive excellence across regional public institutions.
In his role, President Nwosu will help develop policies and initiatives that strengthen the impact of state colleges and universities nationwide. He plans to focus his leadership and expertise into 2 key sessions examining institutional resilience and student access. In more campus news, SUNY Oswego has announced its keynote speaker for the December commencement ceremony. Pathfinder Bank President and CEO James A. Dowd, a 1989 Oswego alumni, will address graduates on December 13th. Dowd earned his accounting degree from Oswego and has spent 3 decades with Pathfinder Bank, rising through leadership roles to CEO. The ceremony will take place at 10 a.m. in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. The college celebrates its winter graduation of he will celebrate with the undergraduates and graduates.
On December 6th at 9:30 a.m., the Oswego YMCA will be featuring their 34th annual Oswego YMCA Reindeer Run, a 5K annual run of Oswego YMCA Reindeer Run, a 5K run and walk for all ages. Participants that register by November 19th will receive a commemorative event item. Dress in your favorite holiday attire, including a Santa hat or ugly sweater. Be as creative as possible and register now to secure your spot. Fees will increase on the day of registration and will be accepted until 9:15 a.m. at the day of the event.
Oswego County Treasurer Kevin Gardner is going to represent New York State in the National Association of County Collectors, Treasurers, and Finances. Gardner was selected at the New York State Treasurers and Finance Officers Association fall meeting in October. He will hold the position for the next 2 years. This comes after Gardner was awarded Financial Officer of the Year at the New York State Association of Counties Finance School earlier this year.
I was able to check out a show called The Grown-Ups, which occurred last week. Take a look. The Grown-Ups focuses on including the audience. 5 actors play camp counselors, singing songs and having the audience participate. After the Grown-Ups show, the Syracuse City Ballet will be presenting The Nutcracker starting November 20th at Tyler Hall Waterman Theater. For more information, go to calendar.oswego.edu.
It's definitely feeling really cold outside, so how about you?
Yeah, no, I've been wearing my jacket and all. With more on the weather, here is Storm Team 10 meteorologist Bradley Jacobs.
Thanks, guys. And it has been very chilly, very breezy, and very snowy over the last few days. But waking up to some sunshine this morning was very nice and welcoming. And that sunshine is expected to return over the next couple of days, with temperatures also beginning to slowly rise back up to a little bit more seasonal for where we are supposed to be this time of year. However, we might have a rainy ending to the week with some rain showers returning later on in Friday into Saturday, and what to expect for holiday travel, both for Thanksgiving and for students traveling back over the break. I'll have all that more in my full weather forecast ahead. But for now, back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Bradley. The Army has chosen Fort Drum in Jefferson County as one of 9 bases to be evaluated for an advanced small-scale nuclear power plant. Their plan to have commercial companies build nuclear plants capable of producing up to 20 megawatts to provide power at military installations. The effort is referred to as the Janus Plan. Final decisions have yet to be made, but Army officials intend to choose as many sites as possible.
This month, nearly 40 people were arrested by federal agents on the New York State Thruway after a 4-day immigration bust. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection said most of the men taken into custody were CDL truck drivers. This took place from November 8th through November 11th, being called Operation Bear Cave. The federal agency said a total of 37 men were arrested, 30 of which had valid CDLs issued in multiple states around the country. Border Patrol did not identify any of the men who were arrested or the crime they were being charged with.
The Immigration and Customs Enforcement will increase operations in New York City. A spokesperson for Mayor Eric Adams says the job of a mayor is to protect the people in their city, saying not to fear dialing 911 as no one in New York should feel forced to hide. Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani and President Trump are working to make plans to meet in Washington. Still ahead tonight, find out the latest updates in the efforts to release the Epstein files.
Plus, a construction site turns tragic. Find out why and more after the break.
But I would have liked to see more on, Putin or something. I don't think he's very nice.
He's so annoying, and he's not very funny either.
He got that hot dog at one time. I don't know why he would do such a thing.
I'm not sure why he's still playing a Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii is so old. I've tried reporting him like 600 times, and nobody's answering my phone calls.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan I've played for the last 15 games. They beat.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that.
Let me finish. No,
Let me finish.
Stop.
I'm gonna be more
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's.
Watch the DK experience.
What we do here is go back.
Cooked.
You know it's cooked when it's not raw anymore.
Gordon Ramsay in the sea here.
Cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good evening and welcome back to your nightly news here on WTOP-10. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Bradley Jacobs. We're going to take a quick live look here. See just a little bit of just oddball lake effects, snow showers in the northern half, right into Canada here, but otherwise mostly cloudy, very uneventful unlike the past couple of days, which we can honestly use the break. So we might see this a lot more going forward, but just wait till the end of the week. Now, for our current conditions, again, mostly cloudy skies, we just saw about 36 degrees, so still a little bit cool out there. Winds have died down a lot. They're coming from the west at about 7 miles per hour. Dew point, again, at about 28 degrees. Still pretty humid out there. Pressure well above 1,000 millibars, indicating some nice calmer conditions. Not rain, not precipitable, and it still feels like 32 out there, again, just with that little breeze coming off the lake, making it feel a little bit cooler than what we are seeing. As for the rest of New York, down the 81 corridor, right into the low 30s to high 20s, making our way out in western New York, same story here. Down into the Catskills, Utica region, a little bit cooler into the mid to high 20s, and then Capital region down into, again, the Catskills here, 30s, potentially some 20s as well. Now, We have seen a big roller coaster of temperatures here recently. We can see that we are kind of increasing our temperatures, kind of going down Saturday. But again, we're relatively getting back to where we should be for this time of year compared to that cold snap that we had with the dip in the jet stream that we experienced over the last weekend or so. Now for the holiday travel, wherever you're going in the country, it's going to probably be very precipitable. We're going to see some rain, some snow showers, potentially might impact your holiday travel, so plan accordingly. Again, the green is indicating wet conditions of some sort. And then kind of, unless you're in the Southwest here in California, you're not really going to be affected too much going into the holiday travel. But taking a quick look at tomorrow, again, those sunny conditions starting to return, the warm up of temperatures as we go on throughout the day. It's going to be really nice compared to what we just had. It's not going to be as windy, so we should actually get up to about 41, 40 degrees or so instead of having to feel like 15 or 16 degrees. As we can see in the 7-day, again, warming right up. Friday, students, if you're looking to travel leaving Friday, you're going to get some rain in your travel, so plan accordingly for that. And then heading into the weekend, they're going to be clearing up a little bit more. And then heading into next week, again, 46, 47 degrees or so with a chance of showers heading into next week. And that's all for my full weather forecast tonight. And back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Bradley. Both the House and the Senate have voted to pass a bill that mandates the Justice Department to release the Epstein case files. The bill passed in a bipartisan vote after months of infighting by the Republicans. The House voted 427 to 1. Republican Congressman Clay Higgins of Louisiana was the only one to vote against the bill. Meanwhile, a unanimous vote occurred in the Senate. All the bill needs now is for the president to approve it.
Going further north, a worker has been killed today in Yarmouth, Massachusetts. A trench at work site of the victim collapsed, trapping 2 others along with him. The others were rescued from the incident, however, one of the workers did not survive. Several police gathered around the trench site to help with the rescue operation. The trench itself is part of a sewer construction project.
Across the nation, President Trump's immigration enforcement continue to strike.
ICE operations have begun in North Carolina. Here is Michael Yoshida with more.
More than 200 people have been arrested in the immigration crackdown across North Carolina during the weekend.
Federal agents are expected to conduct operations in the city of Raleigh later today.
Hundreds of students walked out from class today in Oakland, California. The students are calling for an end to gun violence, more specifically ones that occur on school campuses. Students gathered around their schools for the protest. Other students took to the streets to spread the message. The walkouts are in retaliation after a 15-year-old student was shot last week. That student is in hospital and is expected to recover. When WTOP-10 nightly news continues, a major victory for Mark Zuckerberg's Meta.
And Roblox announces new safety features after online scrutiny.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games. Only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
feel like it's like
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News.
In consumer news, the online video game platform Roblox announced a new wave of age verification and safety features today in response to backlash received for their inaction on online predators. Roblox CEO David Baszucki said it will soon require all players to verify their age with AI-powered facial scanning technology. The features will start in select countries before a wider expansion to major markets, including the U.S. in January.
Meta had a major court victory today after a federal judge ruled that Meta is not a social networking monopoly, pushing back against the Federal Trade Commission's argument that two of its largest platforms should spin off from Meta. The FTC sued Meta in 2020 for violating antitrust laws by buying both Instagram and WhatsApp to avoid competition. The judge noted the commercial success of rivals TikTok and YouTube as a factor in his ruling.
In a bit more tasty news, Heinz announced a new condiment to its lineup just ahead of the Thanksgiving season, and it's already turning turkeys' heads. The new flavor tilted leftover gravy and inspired by the popular sitcom Friends, where Ross makes a sandwich of leftover Thanksgiving food, including gravy as a dressing. Made with real turkey broth, it is only available online through Walmart when purchasing the Heinz Homestyle Turkey Gravy for $1.88. One auction house is preparing for a possible record-setting sale on an item that was almost lost at the bottom of the sea, while another item for auction is known for flying through the sky.
A watch from the sinking of the Titanic is set to fetch a Titanic price, and a Wicked hat from the Wicked Witch is up for grabs. Jeremy Roth has more on the two auctions expecting to bring in big bucks.
A fascinating relic recovered from the Titanic disaster may soon become the most expensive item from the famous shipwreck ever auctioned. English auction house Henry Aldridge & Son says this 18-karat gold pocket watch belonged to prominent businessman Isidor Straus, who along with his wife Ida perished in the shipwreck, dramatized famously in this scene from the James Cameron film. In reality, the couple allegedly met their fate arm in arm on the ship's deck, and Straus's watch was later recovered, frozen in time at 2:20 a.m., the moment the ship sank. 113 years later, the repaired timepiece will now go to auction along with a letter pinned from the doomed ship by Mrs. Straus. The auction house says the watch alone is expected to fetch around $1.3 million, which would make it one of the most expensive Titanic artifacts ever sold. If that fancy watch seems a little too rich, how about a famous hat from a famous witch? US-based Heritage Auctions will soon offer up the iconic black hat worn by actor Margaret Hamilton, who played the sneering Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz. The hat features a nearly 20-inch brim and stands 14 inches tall and sports a starting bid of $100,000, but could easily exceed expectations. After all, the film's famous ruby slippers were expected to fetch $3 million and ended up selling in 2024 for a record-breaking $28 million. So if you're an Oz fan and this Hollywood hat has you thinking,
I'll get you, my pretty,
you'd better start saving your pennies. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
The most expensive Titanic-related item auctioned was Captain Arthur Rostron's watch, which sold for just under $2 million. The ruby slippers worn by Judy Garland in The Wizard of Oz sold for a record-setting $28 million last December.
As the weather gets colder here in Oswego, the winter sports keep the campus warm.
WTOP-10 sports anchor Jacob Coleman is here tonight to give us an update on sports games happening before the school break is coming.
Thanks, guys. Make sure to stick around after the break to hear about the SUNYAC Rookie of the Week, NFL records being broken this week, and more.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy! I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place.
No.
And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stunned still? Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Liza, is currently juggling a soccer ball right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Crits. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Welcome back, everybody, to WTOP-10 News. I'm the sports anchor, Jacob Coleman, and I have some exciting news for you all tonight. Yesterday, the SUNYAC announced their weekly awards in hockey, as Lakers' own Georgia Cunliffe was selected as the Women's Ice Hockey Rookie of the Week. The freshman forward connected with the net twice this weekend, once against Cortland and once against Morrisville. Cunliffe leads the Lakers in goals with 4 on the season, as well as points with a total of 5. The Lakers will hit the road for their next opponent this Friday as they take on William Smith College. Staying on the ice with the Lakers, the men's ice hockey team will also be playing a game this upcoming Friday at SUNY Canton. The men hit the road to take on their conference rival, who they have absolutely dominated in the past, winning the last 17 matchups and never losing once. In the most recent match, Oswego scored at ease, winning 7-3 over Canton. The Lakers in this game will also look to keep their undefeated season alive as they have started 4-0. Heading into some pro sports now, this Sunday's NFL action saw not just one, but 2 separate players break records on the field. In the 49ers at Cardinals game, Jacoby Brissett completed the most amount of passes by any quarterback ever in NFL history. He went 47 of 57 on his attempts in a losing effort to the Cardinals' rivals. On the other hand, Seattle Seahawks wide receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba, JSN, became the first player ever to begin a season with 10 straight games of 75-plus receiving yards. NFL action continues this Thursday when the Buffalo Bills travel to Houston to take on the Texans. Moving on to basketball now. Several big-name NBA players have been sidelined recently due to injuries. The sensational Victor Wembanyama has been sidelined due to a calf strain, as veteran Giannis Antetokounmpo has also been sidelined due to a groin strain. Giannis will require an MRI and will be out for at least a few weeks, as Wemby has a sooner estimated return of 1 to 2 weeks. These two join the likes of NBA All-Stars Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard, and Ja Morant, who all are expected to miss huge chunks of time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move into our highlight of the night. Monday Night Football, the Dallas Cowboys traveled to Sin City to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. On Dallas' first drive, CeeDee Lamb and Pickens were benched for, quote, missing some things in practice. But that did not stop either of them from having a massive game tonight, as the first touchdown here belonged to 88. And the Cowboys would score and get the early lead, and on the ensuing drive, Dak would find his favorite target, Jake Ferguson, the tight end, in the end zone for the score. He might be good at football, but his celebration needs some work. Dallas, now up 13, would keep the stove on high as Pickens would carve the defense for the Raiders and go in for a 37-yard touchdown score. An absolute great route and a run, and the Raiders looked like they just gave up there as the Cowboys would go up 24-6. In the second half now, up 15, Dak Prescott continues his masterclass performance. A fourth passing touchdown. This time, it's to number 19, Ryan Flanoy. 4 touchdowns to 4 separate receivers to put Dallas up 31-9 in this one. And on the Las Vegas last gasp, Geno Smith would find his man, Trey Tucker, on the bubble screen, and he's going to put it into the end zone. 31-16 would be the new score as the Raiders are still trying to make a comeback in this one. But that would not happen as the Raiders would get the ball back one more time off Dallas, but it would not work out. As rookie versus rookie, Donovan Ezeraku would stand up Ashton Genty in the end zone. It's going to be a safety for the Dallas defense as 2 points would get added to the Dallas Cowboys total. The final score in this one would be 33-16 as the Cowboys bounce back in an emotionally charged battle following the passing of their teammate, number 94, Marshawn Nealon, as you see Flanoy hold the jersey there. Next on their schedule will be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, and what will be the second meeting of these two divisional rivalry games this season. I thank you all for joining me here tonight. That's all for my report. Stick around after the break to find out about the #1 podcast.
If you like action, romance,
If you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
what surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
What we do here is go back.
Cooked. You know it's cooked when it's not raw anymore.
Gordon Ramsay in the sea here.
Cat cam.
Because Kenny pulled a picture of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get rid of all the questions.
Apple released its top 10 rankings for the most popular podcast in America.
The Joe Rogan Experience, which was in 3rd place, has now become the #1 podcast in America.
It is followed by The Daily, which holds the #2 spot, and the Mel Robbins podcast at #3.
The Joe Rogan Experience is also currently #1 in YouTube's weekly podcast chart.
Bradley, do you have any updates for us on weather?
I mean, as far as traveling goes, I know a lot of students personally will probably be leaving this Friday, so just prepare for rain, prepare for potentially the winds to pick back up again, and then for later on into the Thanksgiving break coming back, might be a wet return as well.
Yeah, well, I hope everybody stays safe for that. Jacob, do you have anything for sports?
Yeah, Lakers basketball just picked up a win versus Brockport tonight. 92-81 is the final, so the Lakers continue their good season so far.
That's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for Jeopardy!
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everyone.